Hi, hi, hi. Welcome back to Smart Social Secrets Tips. How's everybody doing? Just waiting for people to gather, but I am really excited to be here. Last Friday, I hung out with a bunch of really amazing people, and we did a workshop around instant authority, how to create your authority online, and so forth. And we had such a great time. But one of the things that blew my mind and why I wanted to come here today and talk to you about this and share it with more people is that we put together our content plans for our authority platform. And this group of people blew my mind because I usually say take 2 hours to put this together. They did it in 17 minutes. 17 minutes. Wow. So I'm really excited to share with you kind of what they did and how they did it. And maybe you can do it too. And it's a great way to do it. So I'm going to share my screen so that you can see sort of our way. And I want you to think about how you can put this into practice for your business. Let me really quickly share the screen and you'll see it real quick. And here it is. So there's really 4 steps to this, only 4 steps. Number 1 is you want to pick the day that you want to do your promo copy. So like, are you going to do a blog post? And so forth. That's step 2. So, but you want to pick your day that you're going to release your content. Okay. So mine is usually Thursday mornings at about 9:30 Central Time. But today I came on because there's a lot going on this week and I want to make sure that I get a couple of things in. I'll also be here on Thursday talking about my new program, but because that's what we were talking about last Friday. So I want to do that this week too. But I wanted to tell you guys about this. And so here I am. So number 1 is pick your promo day. That's really, really important. You want to make an event around it. You want to make it regular so people know you're doing it at that time so they can put it in their calendar and they know you're going to bring value every single week or every 2 weeks or every month or whatever it is, your cadence, right? So number 1 is to pick your promo day. And then number 2 is to choose your platform. So like, are you a LinkedIn person? Are you a Facebook person? Are you more interested in doing this on Twitter or wherever it is? Okay, guys, you just need to pick your platform. I'm multi-stream, so I don't know where you're at, but I'd love to know. So if you're here, like I would love to have you leave a comment and tell me where you're watching. It's always fun to see that. But definitely you want to pick your platform. And then number 3, you want to create your content themes. Now, people get very confused by this. I'm going to give you some examples in a minute, but themes are really around your main topic. So like if you talk about depression and overcoming depression or mental health or whatever, what are the 3 to 5 themes inside of that topic that you use? So themes are super important, and you'll see why in a minute. That's what causes you to be able to make content really fast that's very dedicated and connected to your audience, is knowing those themes. And number 4 is to brainstorm your content around those themes. If you do it in this order, this is an accelerator process, okay? So instead of just sitting around thinking, what am I going to write about today or next week, you put together a list of things that you can write about or you can do videos on. That's how I do these. And you have like an endless list. It's amazing. You'll never run out of things to talk about. Truly, you never will. So it is a really, really amazing process. We used to use it for Communities That Convert, which was my old podcast. We have like about 200 episodes out there somewhere talking about how to build your brand online with social media. So definitely go listen to it. They're still very relevant because they were very evergreen, most of them. But this is this 4-step process. I mean, it accelerates content creation. Like it accelerates it like you wouldn't believe. And I do have really a thing for you that you can download. So I think if you're watching this, wherever you're watching this, there's a link that's associated with the promo in this. And if you click on that link, you can sign up to get the spreadsheet that I have that I shared with my Friday group on how to put together your content plan in a very strategic way. But really, just going over it one more time. 1, pick your promo day. Very important so people know when you're coming live, they know when to find you, and you grow an audience. It's really important. Number 2, if you're doing live streaming especially, but even if you're not, if you're putting up a YouTube video or you're sending out a blog post or whatever you're doing, a newsletter. I know on LinkedIn right now that you can send out a newsletter, and that's great. I kind of do believe that you should build it on your own platform, but right now they're working really well. So you might want to double up. But number 2 is choose your platform. Number 3, create your content themes, and that's got to be the stuff that you talk around your main topic. So what is the main topic that you talk about? What is that main topic? And what are the supporting themes around that main topic? That's how people start to know what you actually do. It's really hard on the internet, especially for people to get a sense of who you are and what you do unless you stick to a theme. You can kind of wander off the reservation occasionally for some personal things, but the truth is that people don't get you unless they hear like the themes around what you're doing. And it makes you, this is what I'm going to go live full screen right now to tell you this, it makes you referable. When people know what you do, they know how to refer you. Even if they won't work with you directly because maybe you don't fit them, they will know how to refer you. And one of the biggest mistakes, big mistakes that marketers make, and I've made it too, is that we try to go too broad. We say, well, we can help anyone. Like what I do definitely can help anyone, right? We can definitely help anybody with their marketing by helping them to, build their online audience. But right now with Smart Social Secrets and Smart Social Mastery, which is something we're doing right now, we are helping, communicators, public relations, and marketing consultants and coaches. That's who we're helping to build their online presence, because a lot of times they are the cobbler's children. They don't build their own presence. I know because I am one of them. And so we know, but we, in our agency, we help big, medium to large size brands with their social media done for you services. But in my training side, I'm exclusively working right now with creators, people that do the actual creation work, and the people who put out the public relations stuff. I'm helping them with their marketing. So that's kind of being very clear about who you are. So because of that, I'm going to show you real quick how that works whenever you apply it to yourself. Okay, because that's what we're here for, is to apply it to you. Okay, so here we go. You're going to pick your promo day, very important. You're going to choose your platform. You're going to create your content themes, which we just talked about. And then you're going to brainstorm your content. Once you understand what your content themes are, then the ideas for content, like the micro content, the stuff you put out every day or every week or every month or, so forth, it becomes very easy to spin up. And as I said at the beginning of this live stream, last Friday, I had a group of 20 people that blew my mind because we went through this process. And when we got to the brainstorm your content part, they went through all of their themes and came up with 3 months of content in 17 minutes. I was shocked. 17 minutes. That's all it took them by going through the process. And I do have a link to that process, and you can download the spreadsheet in the caption wherever you're watching this. So let me go to the next screen because it's really important. And I'm going to show you how this works, just to give you an example. So again, I'm going to tell you about me because it's easy for me to then explain how I do it. So for me, usually today I'm coming now because I'm going to go live twice this week. I'm going to go live today because I'm going to also go live on Thursday at 9:30 a.m. Central Time to talk about the Mastery Success Path, which is my new program I just launched. And so I will talk about that on Thursday. Every Thursday, I go live at 9:30 and I talk about something around this theme, which is how to build your online consultancy. Okay. And then I choose your platform. For me, I live stream. That's important for me. It's easy for me to get on here and get the information out to you. And I don't spend a lot of time on writing it and so forth. I can get it out through a live stream. It's out here. And then I can take that live stream and turn it into content. I can turn it into a blog post, which we do. I actually have my team do that. We turn it into posts about this. So you can take different pieces of it and then just make little posts and put them up all over the place. You can do a reel. You can do all kinds of things that with that content after you make it. So that's why I like to do it as a live stream. And then you create your content around your content themes. So my content themes are clarity, which is all about strategy, social media strategy, connect, which is all about how do you connect to your audience, like how do you build relationships with your audience. That's the second thing I talk about. Create, which is really all around how do you create content and do it really efficiently, which I'm kind of telling you about how I do it very efficiently. This is the one thing I do every week is come on here and do a live stream, right? And then that live stream drives everything else. And then calibrate, which is really how do you measure those results? I talk about measurement. I talk about ROI. I talk about pivoting. How do you pivot? That's really the calibrate side of it. And then I do a little bit of business mindset thrown in. So I've got my 4C methodology method, which is how do you build your social media presence, your platform, with the 4C method. I talk about that every single week on Thursdays. I talk about that. And then I throw in some business mindset to go with that, because I think that's really important too. But most people aren't coming for the mindset. They want to know what are the tactics? How do I get this thing done? So it's really important to do that. And when you do that, it's very easy to sit down and say, okay, what are 4 things that people need to know about strategy? And I can say, what they need to know about strategy is how to target people that care about what their message, how to narrow their focus, what's other, I'm just coming up with things off the cuff, and so forth. I can do that with each of these. How do they connect? Well, how do you connect with people offline and online? So how do you bring the online and offline together? That's one. How do you connect with people through events, like being a speaker at an event? That'd be maybe another topic I could talk about. Then I can go to create, and I can say, how do you create content really fast? Well, hey, you use this method, my Cornerstone Content Generator, which I'm teaching you right now. And then, the last one is calibrate. How do you measure the results of this? Then you can talk about how many people signed up for it, what the open rate was, how many people get back to you whenever you send out emails. I like to send out emails that are personable and ask questions, and people respond to me. I mean, today, somebody responded to me almost immediately, and we set up a phone call right there, and I talked to him and just ran through a few things. And then another person sent me an email who had just gone through some stuff in her family. And so we jumped on a phone call real quick. So my emails, I'd like to connect with people with my emails. So that's sort of how that works. So I am here for it. If you want to ask any questions, I don't know who is here, but if you want to leave a little comment, I'm happy to speak with you about this. But the main thing is to go to my caption, click on the link that's there, and sign up to get this generator. So it comes in a spreadsheet. It's a Google spreadsheet, a Google sheet, and it just says copy this. So you have to be logged into Google when you click on it. And then it opens in Google, you hit the word copy, and it copies a version of it into your Google Drive. And then you can go from there and fill this all out. So I have an entire, I have tabs along the bottom. I don't know if you know how to use spreadsheets, but there's little tabs along the bottom. And the first one is just instructions. It goes through these 4 points in a little bit more detail and tells you what to do. And then each of the tabs are where you set up your content generator. And then I have 4 tabs on the, or I even have, I think it's 4. Anyway, I have several tabs that are your first couple of months of content. So you can go in there and set up your content for the next 3 or 4 months, and it'll be all strategic, all tied to your business. And hey, the group last week did it in 17 minutes. Can you beat them? Can you beat them? Let me know. I'd love to hear if you beat them. So I'd love for you to have it. It's free, of course, and it's in the caption. I'm going to find the copy of it here so I can put it in your I'll put it in the chat too. So you should be able to see it in the comments. I'm going to put it in the comments for you guys real quick too. So if I can find it. So yeah, that's how you do it. So if you have any questions about how you pull together like just a lot of content really fast, this is my go-to method to get this done. I came up with this a couple of years back when I started the podcast with Madeline Sklar, because it's relentless. Putting out a podcast every week is relentless. And it was a lot of content ideas, and I like to stay ahead. I like to know what's coming next. I like to do that. So this is the Cornerstone Content Generator, and I'm just going to put it here in the chat as well. And you will probably be watching this in what do you call it? You're probably watching this later. You're probably not watching this live, most of you. But if you are watching this later, it's okay, because if you just leave a comment here and you have a question, just put it in there and tag me, and I will come back and answer your question. This is a different time than I usually go live. I usually go live on Thursdays at 9:30 a.m. Central Time, which I will be this week as well, because I'm also launching, which we opened the doors for this week. We've launched the Smart Social Mastery course, which is it's really not a course, it's an ongoing membership where we will work with you if you are a consultant, or if you are a creator, coach, and you really work on helping other people be seen, we will help you be seen as well. That's the key. It's going to be a community. We're going to be meeting on a regular, but we're going to get things done. It's not so much a course. It's much more a get it done kind of program with accountability all built in. Hi, Gabby. How are you doing? So that's what we are going to do. And that is launched this week. Already 10 people are jumped in. When we had our event last week, we had 20 there and 10 of them jumped in immediately. Several have already told me they're coming in. So we're going to have a good group of really, really quality people in the mastery program. I am certain of that, given the way that it is, shaping up to be. And I'm going to also throw that in here as well, so you can get a copy of that if you want to, or you can see what it's all about. You can join us. We would love it. The cart closes on Friday, and I will go into much more detail on Thursday in my live stream there. But for now, you can take a look at Smart Social Mastery and see what you think of it. This is the only time I'm gonna launch it for this price. It's really underpriced, but I want to have a really dedicated group of people that are willing to work through the kinks with me. So we're going to have a couple of chats per week, and we're going to make sure you get things done that you need to get done. So I'm very committed to this. I am very excited about it. I think it's going to be amazing. It's really for people that have consultancies. They help other people be seen. We're going to help you to put yourself first and make sure you're tying it into your business goals appropriately. For years, I was very, out there, visible to the public and all, but I wasn't tying it to the business goals of my business. So that's something that we'll also teach you how to do. So anyway, I'm really excited that I can share this with you today. And thank you, Gabby, for dropping by, because it's a totally weird time for me. I know it's not my normal time, but I appreciate it. And for those of you who are watching later, I just want you to know that I'm really excited about helping you to find what you need for your visibility. So this is Cami saying goodbye, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay, take care. Bye.